Welcome, everyone, to all you students stepping into Dr. Marty Romera's in-person Math 172 and 072 Algebra and Trigonometry class at Santa Ana College. We are literally laying out the blueprint for your entire semester right now. We're framing this class not just as another math requirement you just have to check off your list, but as a genuine, exciting gateway toward your STEM success. This is about expanding your opportunities, your agency, and ultimately your long-term economic mobility. So this explainer is your roadmap, and it's designed to help you understand exactly why this class matters and how it's built from the ground up to support your specific goals.
Okay, let's dive into this. The brilliant mathematician Francis Su once said, "Mathematics can be a means for developing virtues such as perseverance, courage, humility, and hope." And honestly, this syllabus takes that to heart. It views math as a distinctly human endeavor. It's intentionally designed to build hope, meaning that your effort absolutely matters, and growth is always possible. This completely destigmatizes the outdated and frankly super stressful idea of having to be a quote-unquote math person. Because whether you've always loved math or maybe you've spent years breaking out in a cold sweat just looking at a fraction, you belong in this classroom, and the course is built to prove exactly that to you.
Here's our playbook for this explainer so you know exactly how to conquer the semester ahead. First, a welcome to innovative precalculus. Second, your coursework and units. Third, rethinking the grading system. And finally, how you earn your grade.
Section 1. Welcome to Innovative Precalculus, Building Earned Confidence.
You know, this classroom at Santa Ana College is built to be a safe, culturally and intellectually diverse space. It's a completely inclusive environment designed for your ultimate success, totally removing traditional barriers so you can focus entirely on learning. And if there is one core philosophy I want you to remember, it's this. Mistakes are an expected and valuable part of learning. You're going to be challenged, for sure. You might experience moments of uncertainty. But Dr. Romero's syllabus actively celebrates those mistakes as critical stepping stones to what we call earned confidence. You basically have full permission to struggle as you learn, because honestly, that is exactly how deep mathematical reasoning is formed.
Section 2. Your coursework and units. The training ground.
So this is the mathematical mountain you'll be climbing. And it's structurally designed not just to teach you disconnected random procedures, but to actively preview calculus and set you up for long-term problem solving. You'll master 5 core units. We start with Unit 1, using functions as tools for understanding relationships and modeling change. Unit 2 brings in the unit circle and periodic behavior. Unit 3 tackles nonlinear phenomena with exponential and logarithmic growth. Unit 4 extends into trigonometric reasoning and real-world applications. And finally, Unit 5 brings the whole shebang together with polynomial and rational structures, giving you your very first direct look at the limits you'll see in Calculus 1. Categorizing the coursework this way makes the journey feel super purposeful and highly manageable. Right alongside Math 172, you've got the Integrated Math 72 lab component. This involves calculus before calculus, or CBC activities. And honestly, the best part? It is graded purely pass, no pass based on your satisfactory completion of a portfolio. This is your completely safe space to explore advanced ideas like limits and rates of change using the algebra and trig you're learning without any of the pressure of a traditional letter grade hanging over your head.
Section 3. Rethinking the grading system. Rewarding your growth.
Let's slow down for a second because this is a massive paradigm shift. If you've ever felt totally defeated by a bad test score early in a semester, you're going to love this. Traditional grading averages all your early mistakes, dragging your final score down like a heavy weight, even if you eventually master the material. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how standards-based grading acts more like a trampoline. It rewards your best demonstrated mastery over time. It basically serves as an academic safety net, giving you multiple, spaced-out opportunities across the whole semester to show what you really know. So instead of chasing points and arguing over partial credit, your work is evaluated on 4 distinct mastery tiers. Proficient at 100% means you've demonstrated full mastery. Capable at 75% means you have the right approach, you just need a minor revision. Building at 50% shows you have a partial foundation forming. And not yet at 0% simply means there's no evidence yet, and you'll just try again next time. Notice the language here, it's absolutely crucial. The tier objectively describes the work submitted on that specific day. It never, ever measures your personal worth or intelligence. Right, so how do these tiers actually translate into your final grade? Let's look at this brilliant anchor and confirm logic. Because you get multiple attempts through quizzes, reassessment windows, and exams,
Your grade for any specific learning outcome is anchored by your single best attempt. Then, your second best attempt either confirms that full credit or adjusts it slightly. For example, if your best score is proficient and you back it up with another proficient, you lock in that 100%. This literally means one bad day won't tank your grade. You have the power to lock in your success as you grow.
Section 4. How you earn your grade. The 4 grading components.
Okay, here is the exact formula for your final grade, breaking down your winning strategy piece by piece. 65% is that standards-based mastery we just discussed, your best demonstrations of knowledge on quizzes and exams. But check out the rest. 15% for the learning reflection and check packet, 10% for foundational fluency, and 10% for engagement and self-direction. If you add those up, this brilliantly illustrates how a massive 35% of your total grade is entirely based on your honest effort, reflection, and practice, not just test scores. Just putting in the honest work.
Let's look a little closer at that 10% for foundational fluency. You'll have 12 prerequisite computational skills to practice throughout the semester. And the beauty here is that these are scored based on you submitting evidence of practice, an honest effort rating from 1 to 4, and your own self-assessed mastery. You earn full points for honest self-reflection and submission rather than the system demanding perfection on your very first try. Seriously, if you rate your effort a 1, you get the exact same points as a 4 as long as you are honest and you actually submit it.
Next up is the learning reflection and check pocket, which makes up 15%. First, you practice in your notebook, making mistakes and learning from them. Then you complete an honest learning check without any outside help. Finally, you submit it and write a short reflection on what felt solid and what didn't. So, the crucial point is this. Dr. Romero is rewarding your consistent, honest engagement with the material way more than simply copying correct answers from a textbook. The real learning happens right here, in this process.
Lastly, we have engagement, making up the final 10%. This involves 4 reflection check-ins and 1 final self-assessment. Now, this is not a behavior or attendance grade where the teacher sits there tracking who talks the most. Instead, you are empowered to lead your own self-assessment. You'll track your actual growth, document the study strategies you tried, like visiting the math center, or maybe using AI appropriately as a tutor, and reflect on what worked. You get to take charge of your own learning journey.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. From the super welcoming community at Santa Ana College to a completely rethought grading system designed entirely around your personal growth and mastery. The path to STEM success is laid out so clearly in front of you, with safety nets and support structures literally at every turn. All that's left is for you to take that first step. So here's a question to leave you with. What mindset will you bring to this training ground to build your earned confidence? I really hope this explainer has you motivated, focused, and ready to tackle Dr. Romero's incredible syllabus head-on. Have a fantastic semester.